Welcome back to Butterfly Effect Tarot. My name is Lorraine, and today's topic is what would your life be like right now if you were already in union with your future spouse? As always, there are going to be three piles, and the timestamps for each pile will be in the description box and the comment section below. Of course, if the readings resonate, please feel free to like and subscribe, and you can let me know in the comments if you choose. For my current subscribers and returning viewers, as always, I appreciate the support and the genuine positive energy that you provide. For newer viewers, after this video, you can return to the channel if you like. There are other topics, other videos, and other readings there. But other than that, let's go ahead and get into each one of your messages. Welcome to your reading pile one regarding what would your life be like right now if you were already in union with your future spouse. So I have pre-shuffled and pulled five cards. I will identify the five cards that came out, and then we will go ahead and get into the message. So the first card out is the King of Swords. It is followed by the Eight of Pentacles. And then we have the Queen of Pentacles, followed by the Lovers. And the final card out is the Three of Wands. Bottom of the deck energy is the Two of Cups. So great cards. Let me just say that. I was relieved when these came out because I didn't know what to expect. So there's a few different messages coming through. First and foremost, though, if you were in connection with your future spouse already at this moment in your life, you two would be both very much focused on your careers, on your wealth, on your abundance. You'd both be very much mastering your talents, building a business, whatever focus you both would have. So I do take it that maybe if you aren't in connection with your future spouse yet, then each of you are both individually focused on building your empire, building your legacy, very focused on your finances and your material plane. So together, you would both be focused on this as well. The masculine energy in this is someone who is very assertive, um, someone who's very straightforward, very honest, a loyal, ambitious person, very much a strong alpha type of energy here, but in a more healthy way. This is someone who would be very honest and clear about what they want, and someone who would pursue what they want with a lot of vigor and without any hesitation. Definitely someone who could potentially be either in currently or at the time would be working towards a career in law, perhaps maybe a judge, a lawyer, maybe someone in law enforcement, in the military, someone in politics, or it could even just be someone who's like an educator, a teacher, or a guide of some sort. But definitely someone with authority. The masculine energy here would have a lot of authority, or this is the career they're building into right now. So if you were together, this is what they would be focused on. The Queen of Pentacles could be in banking or fashion or something artistic. This could also be someone who is a business owner. The feminine energy here could be a business owner or aspiring to be a business owner of some sort. But definitely both very focused on building an empire. You just would be doing it together. And I do feel like it would be a lot on your plates. I feel like if you two were together right now, that you would have to maybe make time for each other, because there would be a lot of focus on money, a lot of focus on career, on education, learning, growing. So I do feel like there would be a lot of maneuvering. I will say that the feminine energy here could be a single parent right now, or perhaps if you and your future spouse were together right now, you two would already have a child, because the Queen of Pentacles is oftentimes a working parent. Or this could just mean that you have other people that rely on you, or you have other people that you take care of. But I do feel like the feminine energy here would have a lot going on. There would be a lot to do with work, a lot to do with taking care of home, taking care, basically trying to show up for everyone in your life and also yourself. The King of Swords could potentially be previously divorced or someone who, may have been single for a while before you two came together. So you two would be, especially with the lovers out here, this would be a connection where it would probably move very fast because there would be a lot of intensity, a lot of attraction. There would be a lot of lust. I do feel like you two would spend a lot of the free time that you do have in the bed, in the bedroom. I really do, because the passion does seem pretty strong, especially because at the bottom of the deck we do have the Two of Cups, which is awesome. but underneath it is the Ace of Wands, and then we also have the Three of Wands out here at the end of the card pool. So yeah, this would be a very passionate couple. Now, I am going to go ahead and say that if you were with your future spouse right now, for a number of you, it could be a third party situation. Okay, because we do have the lovers, as I mentioned, but the lovers can also represent, especially when it's paired with the Three of Wands. To me, that can represent the energy of there being two different options here, or two different individuals. So in other words, right now, either you or the other person involved right now could be with other people. It could be one of you or both of you. That could be in a relationship right now with someone else. So of course, if you and your future spouse were in union or you came together, then there could be a situation where there would one of you would have had to walk away from someone else, or both of you would have had to walk away from someone else to come into this union, because we do have the Three of Wands. Wands is passion and fire, and the three is also a third party. And this is also the energy of movement, moving forward, advancing away from something, and also advancing towards something else. And with the Two of Cups at the bottom, this to me is signifying for a number of you, someone would be walking away from a third party to move into a committed Two of Cups union, with the two of you being together. Also, for a majority of you, this is also signaling to me that there would need to be a relocation. So either if you and your future spouse were together right now, either you would have already relocated together, or this is something that would be posing as an option, right? Or something that would be necessary. I do feel like the feminine energy here in this situation, in this scenario, would be the one that would have to maybe relocate to be with the other person. I feel that very strongly, especially because the two of the lovers and the Three of Wands comes out right immediately after the Queen of Pentacles. So I do feel like in order for this to be like a Two of Cups, situation, like there would have to be a need to relocate. So maybe you and your future spouse are different somehow, or maybe you just live in different places. But maybe one person is already established, already like a homeowner, already has a business, or there's something about their life that makes it difficult for them to just up and move, and the other person may have a little bit more ease into moving, right? So depending on who it is, it could be the King of Swords, right? The King of Swords could be someone that's unattached and they're able just to move towards you. But I feel like for this group, the queen, it's like the Queen of Wands would have like a lot on their plate. Like the energy is being split. With this lover's energy, it feels like there's two different desires, two different paths, two different, things that are strongly pulling someone, right? It's a desire, something that you want, but there's something that's keeping you stuck in the middle, causing you not to make a decision. So I do feel like for this group, for a large number of you, yeah, there would be some sort of a relocation. It could just be something as simple as the next city or the next state, but for some people, that's still a big jump. Okay, now I am going to also say that this could potentially be also saying, because I like to go into every possible scenario that comes through, it is potential that you and your future spouse, if you were in union right now, you would be like friends with benefits with this lover's card. This is like having an intense, passionate, rendezvous with someone where you have, these intimate encounters, and you have these quick getaways with each other, and these you stolen moments with each other, and it's very passionate, very intense. But then you kind of see the Three of Wands where there's like an advancement and growth and expansion into the Two of Cups at the bottom, which then is the marriage and the actual committed union and connection and contract with one another. So I feel like this is saying that for a large number of you as well, that this is a connection that will move very quickly, and it is one that would probably start out very casual. And it could be because you both would be so busy with other things or other people that you have to tend to, that you have to take care of. You're building your business, you're pursuing a degree, you're the top of some sort of a company, because the Queen of Pentacles is a boss. She's a leader. She usually is the head of whatever she does, and she makes a lot of money doing it, whether this is running your own business or whether you're just in authority over others. And then the King of Swords, as I mentioned, is a leader. This is somebody that makes decisions. They're the decision maker in whatever career field or environment they're in. So you both would have your hands full. And I feel like it would start out where you're casually, exploring each other because the passion is so strong, but you both may feel like you don't have enough time to commit and give as much to each other as you want, and like with this two of cups, so you would, just explore the passions and the attraction that you have with one another, and then eventually with this three of wands it would expand, the connection will expand and grow into the two of cups at the bottom, where now you guys have time to settle down and really focus on building a home and a life together. But essentially, you two would very much, if you were in union, you'd be working. Most of your focus would be on work. It would be on your money. It would be on your careers. It'd be on your dreams and your goals. Both very focused, both very hardworking. So I take this as saying that whenever you do come into contact with your future spouse, that there will be quite a bit of abundance. Like there will be quite a bit of success and financial very much a strong financial foundation for this pile. Some of you may have already come into contact with your future spouse, and if this resonates, great. You can let me know in the comments if you like. But for others of you, this is just suggesting that if you guys came together right now, both of you would have a lot going on in your lives, and you would be in union, but that union would probably start out again, very much on an intimate level. It's like you two would use each other as a sense of release and relief, and I do feel like it would be a committed connection, even though you two are not, say, for example, if you two did not start out as an actual committed couple, it would be a situation where you're only intimate with each other, where those stolen moments are with only each other. Like only you do it for them, only they would do it for you. But then it would slowly have to grow into a commitment, just because I feel like you both would want to give your all to this connection, and until you can both give your all to the connection, you would just, again, use the time that you have to share with one another and make it count. But I am going to leave it there. I do like the energy. I really do. I don't think this is bad at all. As I mentioned, there could be a third party for some of you. That did come through kind of strong. There could be a third party. As I stated earlier, this Lover's card could signify for a small portion of you that there is someone in a casual connection that's mostly focused on intimacy, but there's no actual like divine soul type of tie there, like the Two of Cups. And then you have the Three of Wands where someone moves away from that, or you both move away from the other individuals because the passion between you is so strong that you see each other as soulmates. Otherwise, this is either you having to choose to travel or the two of you starting out again, very passionate with one another, and then moving and working your way into this Two of Cups energy. But the energy here again is still great. Um, I I think this is an energy that could be worked with, right? If you two were to come together, depending on which scenario you fall into. Obviously, a third party situation is not ideal if that would be the situation, but for a majority of you, this just feels like having to travel and just being overwhelmed with a lot of responsibilities and not really being able to give to each other or to progress as quickly as you like to a committed connection or to the marriage or what have you, because you both want to be at the ideal place in your lives before moving forward full force. But other than that, I'm going to leave the reading there. And if it resonated on any level, please feel free to let me know. You can like and subscribe. And if you're interested, you can return to my channel. There are other topics, other videos, and other readings. But other than that, thank you for clicking on this video today. Welcome to your reading pile 2 regarding what would your life be like right now if you were already in union with your future spouse. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. I'm going to identify the cards that came out, and then we will go ahead and get into the message. So the first card out is the Death card. It's followed by the Devil card. And then we have the Justice card followed by the Seven of Swords. And the final card out is the Two of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck energy is the Five of Swords. So definitely couple of interesting messages coming through. First and foremost, though, let me make this clear. Before we get into this energy, whomever this energy applies to, whether this is you or your future spouse, whoever this current is, they are working on this. They are going through a transformation and a change in their life right now. Some of them may have recently come out of this or not, but I just wanted to make that clear before I get into the reading. So if you were already in union with your future spouse, right now your life would be filled with chaos. It would be filled with conflict. it would be filled with a lot of deceptive energy. A lot of these individuals, this could be you. Again, let me make this clear. This could be your energy or this could be theirs. But based on these cards, someone would be very deceptive. With the Seven of Swords, this is someone who is sneaky. They cannot be trusted. And then it's coming out with the Two of Pentacles of juggling. So someone here could have a addiction to intimacy. You know, I have to be clear with the words I use. With the Devil card out here, this is about addictions. This is about unhealthy attachments. Someone who is codependent on something. And not all of them. It doesn't have to be major with all of these people. It could simply mean that someone is avoiding healing, right? Or they're slowing it down or they're stagnating it. Maybe they play a lot of video games. Maybe there's an imbalance in their finances because they're not focused the way they should be. Maybe they're just not doing the external work they need to help speed this transformation up. But for some of them, it is a heavy addiction. Some of them, it could be gambling because we do have the Seven of Swords, the card of illegal activities, and it's paired with the Two of Pentacles, which is the energy of having to stretch your money and juggle your funds. So some of these individuals could be doing things to make money that, you know, they're having to be sneaky about. For others of them, this is again infidelity. They're cheaters. They could have sex addictions. They could have, you know, they could just be very promiscuous. They could be in an energy of not wanting to settle down. But with the Death card, this is the energy of leaving those type of energies. This is the energy of putting behind old ways of thinking, old ways of doing things, old connections, old soul ties. It's out with the old and in with the new. And then you have the Justice at the center of the read. Yeah, whomever this energy belongs to, whether it's you or the person that you're, you know, supposed to be in a connection with going forward, this is someone who is working on moving into a justice energy. Justice energy is about being straightforward. It's about being balanced, harmonious, in alignment, in balance, on the right side of karmic justice. So I do feel like, again, this is a card of karma to me. So I do feel like if you were in connection with your future spouse already, this would feel like a karmic connection. And karmic doesn't need to be bad, right? It could be good karma. But it's like if the other person is the one that's going through this, you would be going through this with them, right? So that's where the Five of Swords at the bottom of conflict, disagreements, being sneaky and manipulative, always arguing. It's just a unhealthy, bully fight type of energy. You'd be with someone, if this is their energy, whom is a bully. They're more than likely unfaithful. They cheat, they lie, they steal, they're selfish, they're, you know, they have addictions to things. It could be playing video games all day. This could be someone who their money is imbalanced because maybe they are not focusing on building their wealth, even though they may have opportunities in front of them. Maybe this is somebody who is not willing to pursue the opportunities or to, you know, do things to help them reach their full potential. So based on these cards, this could be like for those of you who are not in connection with your future spouse yet, this could be why. Because if this energy applies to them, they're going through a transformation. With the Death card and the Devil card coming out together, this is a huge transformation. Someone's entire um, sense of self is being transformed from the inside out. And then you have Justice coming out, karma. This is like this person is becoming someone more righteous, someone who's morally right, someone who does the right thing, they make the right decisions because justice is about calling justice on something. It's about something coming to the light and it's about moving with honor. So this is someone who is transforming and they're moving into an energy of being just, being fair, being harmonious, looking at things from a positive, higher perspective and not being, you know, basically not being in this toxic energy. But a lot of the cards out here is toxicity. The Devil card is toxic. The Seven of Swords is toxic. The Five of Swords at the bottom, that's toxicity. The Death card simply is reconfirming, though, that these are individuals who are changing. These are individuals who are doing the work, but there's a lot of work to be done. And like I said, some of these people could already have done most of the work or they're coming out of this. Everyone's going to be at a different point in their journey. Some of you could already be in connection with your future spouse, and maybe this is signifying that this is the energy they used to be in and you're aware of it. Some of you, this could be someone that you are in separation with, for example, and maybe you already know this person or know what they're about, and maybe you know that they're on their own healing journey and you may know where they're at in that journey. It really just is going to depend. But I can only tell you what's in the cards. And if you are in connections with your future spouse right now, you would not Based on these cards, you would not be happy. This could be a situation where if you were married right now, it would be divorce, right? Because the justice card is about legal things, right? This could be someone, that maybe you were married, because the justice card can represent marriage licenses because it's legal, and it also represents divorce. And mind you, the justice card is about what comes to the light. So it's like this devil energy, the addictions, the unhealthy attachments, maybe the infidelity, maybe they're a thief, or they get tied up in illegal activities, and those things come to the light, and it's like due to that, it's like it leads to divorce. And maybe this will impact your finances with that two of pentacles. Maybe this person has addictions that would be a hindrance to the household finances and to the success that you guys have overall in your lives. So it's just not a healthy, happy energy. With the justice card coming out with the devil and the seven of swords, it's like one person is in this justice energy of they're already fair, they're already balanced, they've already done the work on themselves. They're in the two of pentacles where they're trying to find balance, trying to be responsible, trying to, do the best they can. And then there's the other individual who's in the devil energy of unhealthy attachments, addiction, selfishness, materialistic. This could be somebody that has a spending problem. This would be somebody in the seven of swords. They're again selfish, they're unfaithful, they cheat, they lie, they take more than they give. It's just not fun, and I just can only say what's in the cards. Okay. Like I said, some of you may already be aware of who this is. For others of you, if this is not someone you've come into connections with just yet, then this again is probably why. But please remember, as I stated already, with this death card coming out first, with the devil card leading into the justice card, this is someone that is transforming. Some have already done so, and some are in the process of doing this. Those that have not started, which I don't think any of them have not started. I think these people are actively working on this, but if just in fact, just in case some of them haven't started, this is what's meant for them. There is a transformation. This person is meant to move into this death energy of transformation and change, shedding old ways and habits and mind and thought processes, and transforming this devil energy into this justice energy. So it's like when this person, and this is karma, so this may be something that is destined. This is it's a heavy energy. So this person, whomever is going through this transformation, whether it be you or this other individual, this is a pretty dark time for them right now. Maybe this person is very much in a darkness. Again, some of them are on different points, but this doesn't feel like an easy energy to overcome. It really doesn't, and it takes time. But I feel like by the time you do come in connection with this person, they will be in this justice energy. They'll be fair, they'll be harmonious, they'll be balanced, they'll be straightforward and righteous and moral in how they handle things. They'll be in an energy of wanting balance, like with that two of pentacles and justice, because justice is also about balance, balancing the scale. So this would be someone who will be in an energy of equal give and take, and you will find yourself in a harmonious, beautiful connection. But if you were to come into contact with this person right now, and this is in fact their energy and not yours, anything you're going through right now, if you're going through anything at all right now that's pressing and depressing or stressful, this connection would make it worse at this point in your life. Okay. And you could be mirroring each other, right? With the justice card, maybe you have some things you're working through, maybe they have things they're working through, and you're both in separation right now, or you haven't come together yet because you're both coming into balance within yourself so that you can show up and be in a balanced connection with each other. But either way, I'm going to leave it there. It is a heavy energy, so I do want to kind of move out of it. And of course, if it resonated on any level that you're aware of, you can go ahead and let me know in the comments if you like. Feel free to like and subscribe. And if interested, you can return to the channel. There's other topics, other videos, and other readings. But other than that, thank you for clicking on this video today. Welcome to your reading pile 3 regarding what would your life be like right now if you were already in union with your future spouse. So I've already pre-shuffled and pulled 5 cards. I'm going to identify the 5 cards that came out, and then we'll go ahead and get into the message. So the first card out for you is the Knight of Swords. It's followed by the Star card, which is followed by the Knight of Wands. And then we have the Ten of Cups, followed by the Four of Wands. And the bottom of the deck energy is the Hermit card. This is quite an interesting reading for a number of reasons. So I'm going to first get into the more positive aspects of the reading because there are quite a few, and then we'll get into the kind of slightly gritty aspect of the reading. So with the Ten of Cups and the I'm sorry, with the Ten of Cups and the Four of Wands coming out, I do feel like this would be a very happy connection, right? The Ten of Cups is like a happy family card. This is wishes coming true. This is like the ideal couple, the ideal family. There's family trips, there's memories, celebrations. The Four of Wands is also a happy family card. It's where there's stability, there's financial abundance, and every area of your life is joyous. This is also like being socially celebrated. So like the people around you, they celebrate you as a union. They celebrate your happiness. They celebrate with you. You celebrate them. It's just kind of giving like this beautiful, joyous, wholesome, just excitingly fun and inspiring type of picture perfect family life. Okay, which is great, and this would technically be true. Okay, you would have this, but it would kind of be when the spouse is home, right? Because the Hermit is at the bottom of the deck. So I guess let me put it to you in this way. You have the Knight of Swords out here with the Star card. That's usually a need for, in this dynamic, I'm reading it as a need for emotional clarity, mental clarity. In a romance reading, this could be like a romantic whirlwind, like the type of connection that comes together very quickly, and it takes off very quickly. You kind of get lost in it. And then you also have the Star card going into the Knight of Wands. And this would be the energy again of kind of similar. So it's like this is kind of like having a mental and very strongly physical attraction, right? This is what I'm kind of getting here. So I feel like this is like being swept off your feet. It's kind of giving that you and the future spouse you would meet and it would be like love at first sight and you would come together. Who this energy could be yours or it could be the future spouse. But I am getting here that this masculine energy is still in the night energy at this moment, right? If you were together, this would be their energy. They still have a lot of dreams and goals to pursue because you have the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands, and this is the energy of the fastest moving knights in the tarot deck. The Knight of Wands is someone who is more impulsive. They're driven, they're passionate, they're goal orientated, and nothing's going to stop them. They don't settle down. They don't like to be tied down. They like to achieve and check off everything on their checklist of goals to accomplish. And then you have the Knight of Swords. This is somebody who's determined to succeed. They're ambitious. They're driven. Nothing's going to stop them from winning. They can also be impulsive. And these are the two knights. They do not sit still. They're not very grounded, right? They're very focused. They're very driven. So I feel like whoever the masculine energy is, and again, this could be your energy. Take it how you know where it fits. But this is signifying somebody who is in and then they're out, right? So on the outside, I think this is the ideal family. When this individual is home, whether this is you or them, it's a beautiful experience. It's joyous. I feel like there's a lot of love here. I feel like there's a lot of passion between you and your future spouse. Like this is giving someone who is very deeply, passionately, and intensely in love with you and vice versa, which could be why, even with this hermit card at the bottom, where somebody is always feeling like they're alone and they're kind of in their thoughts and deep diving in themselves to kind of figure things out, is why they stay. Because it is a happy family life. There is achievements. There are, accolades. There is success. You could both be very successful. This could give couple goals and family goals, but on the outside it looks more perfect than it is. With the hermit card, it's like you have a lot of time to yourself or they have a lot of time to themselves because one or the other is constantly out achieving a dream. They're building a business. Someone here or both of you are very creative because the Four of Wands represents someone being socially celebrated as well for their creative endeavors and achievements and accomplishments. The Knight of Wands is somebody creative. They succeed in whatever creative avenues and business and passion projects that they pursue. The Star card is also about, creativity. So this could be both of you, but one or the other is constantly on a soul search. They're constantly trying to figure out if this is the life they really want because it is happy, right? It has so much happiness. It's like when it's good, it's great, but it's like, how often is it great? How often is it good? Because it's like you're in for a little bit, then you're out. Maybe someone in this connection travels for work, or maybe this is someone who I feel like this could also be the energy of someone who is seen with the star card. As I always say, it gives me celebrity, it gives me like star in the sky. This doesn't mean a huge, massive global star, although it's possible. Anything's possible. But this is someone who could have a fan following, or this is someone who could be very popular. Like someone in this is very popular, and their career, their passion projects, their creative endeavors, their energy, it just takes them away from home a lot. And there's a need for balance because the star card can also represent balance. And the Knight of Swords and the Knight of Wands typically lack balance because their energy is so fiery and ferocious and driven that they're not people who necessarily sit down and balance their mind with their energy. It's just move, move, move. There's not a whole lot of reflection. So somebody here, that's also what that hermit could mean, because the hermit card is about reflection. So signaling that someone here could need to reflect more. They need to sit still more. They need to look within more. They need to find balance and harmony. Because the star card is about balance. It's about harmony. It's about being at ease, being at peace, being settled. And based on these two energies, somebody here, the masculine or you, or if you're the masculine, it's the other person, it depends. Someone is in and out. Someone is putting their goals and their careers and their dreams and their aspirations before their family. It doesn't mean there's no love for the family. It just simply means that someone is not finding the type of balance between work life. Okay, but it is a happy home. If you were with your future spouse, you would have this Ten of Cups, you would have this Four of Wands. There'd be stability because I get the vibe that this energy is a provider. And that's probably why they're away from home a lot because they do have big dreams, they do have big goals, and it requires them to constantly be on the go. But with this hermit at the bottom, somebody in this connection is always desiring more time with the other person, especially because the connection seems so passionate and deep and intense and powerful. Being apart, it could feel soul crushing to one or the other. And even the person on the go could feel this, right? They could feel very lonely. But it's like the person is constantly home. It's like being in a connection and you're in this big, beautiful mansion. You have everything that you need. There's nothing that you really are requiring from a material perspective. You're attractive, your partner's attractive, you have a beautiful home. They could even be very faithful and you could have this devoted marriage, but you only see them a couple times a month, right? Or you only see them few times a year because they're constantly pursuing other things. And it's like deep down you understand, but at the same time, it's like, I wish that I could have more of you. It's like you're giving more of yourself to the world or to external things because that's your dream, that's your goals. But it's like I want that energy and that focus and attention on me most of the time. And maybe there's a little bit of energy here with this hermit energy, whomever this is, whether it's you or them, is kind of feeling a little guilty, which is why there's a need to be in the hermit mode to soul search to see if you're being irrational, see if there's guilt, over not wanting this person to achieve their goals, asking more of their attention, knowing they have dreams that they're trying to pursue, and you knowing you have dreams that you want to pursue, because you could be pursuing your own dreams and goals too, right? In this energy, if you were together, you could be in that energy too, for example, but maybe you would have a certain level of balance in this. Whereas the other energy, this masculine energy, doesn't yet because they have not evolved into the king. Again, they're close, but they're not quite there yet. They haven't learned how to balance that fiery, passionate, assertive, driven energy in themselves. And so sitting still feels, it might feel soul crushing to them. But it is an interesting read. It's kind of like it's kind of like having to take the a little bit of the bad with the good. Because again, some of them could be in the Knight of Wands and the Knight of Swords, a very small portion where maybe they may have a wandering eye, like, if I haven't said that already, where maybe a couple of them could be promiscuous, right? Or they could, like to kind of go outside the marriage. But I don't feel that for most of them. I really don't. I'm not getting that. I feel like especially with this star card, I feel like this person's heart and soul is, with their partner, but it's like they feel pulled in two different directions. And as a result of that, the other partner is constantly on their own, trying to assess the situation and understand, I guess, maybe what they can do to change this or assess how they really feel about the situation. Because on the outside and on paper, it looks good. And that could make somebody really look inside themselves and figure out, is it them or is it really what they're seeing and feeling about the other person's absence that's accurate? Okay, so I am going to leave your reading there. And of course, if it resonated on any level, please feel free to like and subscribe. If interested, you can also return to the channel. There are other topics, other videos, and other readings. But other than that, I thank you for clicking on this video today.